Here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the J and J Show. I'm JJ Seggs. He's Jay Smiles. You already know that already. Man, 7 episodes. That is crazy how we've been doing this for so long. So, I'm honestly surprised how we've kept this thing going. You know what also surprises me?
But are you live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, my phone's lagging then.
Anyways, you know what also surprises me? The fact that people still attend Yankee games.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna be straightforward with you. This might be the worst Yankees team I've ever seen. And there are a lot of things that factor into this. Number one, you guys went into the season because they lost another series.
Yeah.
Shocker. They dropped two. Should
Hey,
have been
they won a
swept.
game. They won a game. First,
He went to the
no,
game that
no
Luis
10-game losing
Severino.
streak. No 10-game losing streak. I was at the game last night.
Don't worry.
Sevy shoved. I was so shocked. I mean, great outing for him. Amazing job. But besides that, Judge 3 bombs. First time in his career. Team was on fire. And it was a great night overall for them.
You gonna mention any of the people?
Obviously, yeah, shout out to Heffy, Gans, and Shalom. It was a great night. And yeah, we're so glad we got to do it. But you'll see, we will pull up to another game. Don't worry.
Yeah, hopefully we can go to a Ranger game that's not $300 a pop, because the
Right.
tickets for those games are outrageous. Anyways, I've been watching baseball for a long time now, and I'm a Mets fan, so I really can't speak that much on terms of bad teams. But you guys went into this season with so much expectation. You just brought Aaron Judge back. You signed Rodon to $162 million,
Mm-hmm.
and now here you are. What's your record? I've already lost track of your record.
I'm pretty sure it's 61-65. I think we're still
61 and 65.
or
At
it's
one point,
61-66 or 61-65. Either one.
at one point, what were you like 15 games over 500, something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And now here you are. You have not won a series since what, June 1st? I think it's been.
Oh, or no, I think it was end of June.
End of June.
Start
July
July.
1st. I'll just call it July 1st.
Yeah.
You have not won a series since then. You've spent so much money on this team. Not as much as we have, but the difference between us and the Yankees is the Mets cut their losses. The Mets knew what they did was wrong. So what they did was they went out, they traded away their old guys, they got young, talented prospects, and
They're
pretty much
set
won
up.
on the
They're set.
deadline.
They're set up for the future.
They are. What did the Yankees do? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh my goodness. That just sucks, to be honest. I'm actually starting to feel bad for Yankees fans. But listen, at least you have at least one bright spot. This Aaron Judge guy, I cannot imagine your team without Aaron Judge this season.
El
Well,
Capitan. El Capitan. Another
you're
homer
not
today.
saying
That
it right. It's El Capitan.
uh,
El Capitan Aaron Judge. I don't know. That's me trying to speak Spanish. I'm not very good at it.
that's
But
it. The
yeah,
way
you were
some people
saying?
say.
Yeah,
Anyway,
go
so
ahead.
Judge hits his fourth home run in 2 games today, and it's glad to
Homered
see him
again?
finally. What'd you say?
He hit another
Sorry.
one?
Yeah, he hit one today in the first inning,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, it was. Hopefully, he hits up. Obviously, the season's over, as we think it is, but if he heats up and we start get and we heat up, you never know.
I mean,
Not
we'll
over
see what
till
happens.
it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, it's true. You are not eliminated until you are mathematically eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing that I gotta mention is with this Yankees team is where do you guys think you would be right now if you did not have Aaron Judge? Yes, Joshua, we see the comments. So yeah,
Uh,
how do you feel? How are we feeling about that?
let's see. Where do I think we would be without Aaron Judge? That's a good question.
I'd say you'd be 20 games under.
I don't know if we would be 20 under. We would definitely be in last still. Yeah, maybe 10 under. I would say we wouldn't
10.
be.
You be in our territory.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely true.
But speaking of our territory, these guys had me for one game. Thought that they were finally gonna start winning against the Braves. I 100% spoke too soon. Now, granted, the second game, they played really good baseball. They just couldn't hit, period. I mean, everyone's going to blame Alvarez for not bunting in that situation. Alvarez is probably one of the clutchest players on our team. 100% one of the clutchest. That was just a good backhand scoop by Austin Riley. Listen, not everybody's making that play. Are we seeing the Yankees third baseman making it? Who even is your third baseman? I've lost track already. Who's your third baseman?
I mean, Peraza, I would say it shifts every couple games.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, listen, he's not making that play. Our third baseman is definitely not making that play. And the third game, I mean, hell, they just couldn't get any support. Quintana pitched good. Phil Bickford comes in, and the Braves just jumped on him.
And
but I
also,
do want to speak on
when I was at the Yanks game last night, and we have Gantz, who's a Mets fan, and we were checking up on the games and stuff. We saw a lot of Marcell Ozuna ribbies. Marcell Ozuna, a Met killer last night.
How is this man in the league? Hold on. For those that do not know, I will address the uncultured masses on what Marcell Ozuna has done in the last 2 years. DUI. Beat up his wife 3 times. Strangled his wife. Crashed into a pole on a DUI charge. Almost got booed out of Atlanta. Probably beat his wife again. And then as probably his most iconic moment of all, he gets pulled over by an Atlanta police cop. And they're like, "Who are you?" He's like, I'm Ozuna.
I'm Ozuna from the Braves.
Like, shut up. You are not even, you shouldn't even be here. And to quote what I said before that scumbag blocked me on Twitter, if you weren't playing for God's team, the Atlanta Braves, your you-know-what would be rotting in an effing prison cell. Period. End of story. I'm not going to say anything else because what else I said was very, very, very vulgar. And I'm not sharing it on my podcast. But yeah, I'm going to be honest. Marcell Ozuna, my situation with Marcell Ozuna is this. It's agonizing to see what this man does to my team. It does. But, ironically, as soon as I pick this guy up in fantasy baseball, he goes ballistic. Absolutely ballistic. It was Ozuna this, Ozuna that, Ozuna this, Ozuna that. It got to a point where it's like, oh my God, I'm losing my patience. Because I see Ozuna up at the plate, I'm like, okay, he's probably going to do it again. He's probably going to get another base hit. And, ironically, he had a base hit almost every time he stepped up to the plate. Now, granted, was he facing that good of pitching? Not really.
Definitely.
However, when I take a look at these numbers, they're somewhat decent, but, like, they're nothing crazy. I mean, he's hitting 271 against us with 16 home runs, but that's at 125 RBIs. That's not really that great, if we're being completely honest. So, I want to go, okay, yeah, I'm going to cover this up right here because I don't want anyone seeing any of this. So let me get that off the screen. But yeah, the point is, Ozuna was just, he had a good series. I mean, I didn't expect much. I'm just happy I'm happy they took a game in Atlanta. But you want to know what makes me really happy and what makes us Mets fans really happy? One of the things the Mets fans and us do not have a lot of, we don't have that crazy big of a past. We don't. We are not the Yankees. We don't have a certain amount of World Series championships, a certain amount of numbers retired, a certain amount of, like, Hall of Famers. We don't have that. But do you know how good it feels to know that next season, 2 of our greatest players of all time are getting their numbers retired? Doc and Darryl have finally made it. They will be joining Keith Hernandez, Mike Piazza, Willie Mays, Tom Seaver, Jerry Koosman, and, yeah, Jackie Robinson, in getting their numbers retired by the Mets. Excellent job by the Cohen family to finally recognize the legends of this team. And I assume David Wright will be in a few years. Not next year,
Mm,
but probably in a few years from now. How are we feeling about this? Two former Mets, two former Yankees. Both were absolute legends. What do you feel about this, Doc and Daryl?
I doubt the Yankees will retire the numbers, but hopefully they consider it someday. But congrats to them.
It's a matter of time. I mean, I gotta say, I don't think there's a feeling that it hurt Met fans more than seeing Doc and Daryl in Yankee pinstripes. That must have been very bad for Met fans. But you want to know something that's not bad for anyone at all? One thing is for sure. Yankees and Mets fans are very, very divided. There are not many times where there are a group of New Yorkers that are all Met fans or a group of New Yorkers that are all Mets fans. But do you want to know a group of fans that always show up in this state? I think you know where I'm going. The fans of the New York Rangers. They got the job done. 2 years for like what? 2.5 million? Give me the contract details.
I'm pretty sure it was like 2 years. They have like the thousands and so I'm pretty sure it was 2 years, 2.425 if I'm correct. Well, Alexi Lafreniere has been extended, and that will complete the New York Rangers offseason. And for me, not the offseason, like not the guys that we thought we were gonna get, as it's a 2-year worth $4.65 million deal for Lafreniere.
All right, so 2.3 a year on a bridge deal. I like that. That's all right.
I guess so. Yeah, they've signed the kid line to bridge deals, but obviously I'm not gonna say great. I'm gonna say solid for Drury. Blake Wheeler can definitely be a nice role player for a year. Quick.
Yes.
That was such a huge upgrade from Halak.
For 850,000 for
the
Quick
fact that we
and Wheeler.
The fact that we even luck $1 million just blows my mind. Just no, just move away.
See, what I think what the Rangers did this year in the offseason was they value quality or quantity over quality. Yeah. Last season they went complete quality because they got Patrick Kane and Vladimir Tarasenko, and that got them a first-round exit to the team that shall not be named. We will not speak of them on this podcast ever. They are Lord Voldemort. We will never ever say their name. Period. Cut and dry. Yeah. I'm talking to you, Shalom. I'm talking to you, Farrell. I'm talking to all you scumbags out there. All of you. You're Lord Voldemort on this podcast. Anyways. I like what they did this offseason. They got They got Eric Gustafson. They got Nick Bonino.
Gustafson actually was not that bad last year.
I like that signing a ton because they needed a defenseman really bad. So they got Bonino, Gustafson, Wheeler, Quick. Who else did they get? Freaking Lafreniere and Miller.
They got Pitlick. I don't know if we consider
Tyler Pitlick, another good fourth liner. Our bottom six is really stepping up. Does it suck to lose Tarasenko? Absolutely.
Yeah,
that one hurts.
Sure. I mean, the fact that like,
free agent?
Sorry, you said continue. Sorry.
Is Patrick Kane a free agent, or is he technically still under contract with the Rangers?
He's a free agent.
How has no one signed him yet?
I mean, he's got hip surgery. He just had hip surgery.
That is true. I don't expect the Rangers to bring him back, nor do I want them to bring him back.
Yeah, I don't. The teams that I've heard that are in contention for Patrick Kane are. I'm gonna name 3 that I've heard. 2 that I've heard, and 1 that I don't know how. But Buffalo, I definitely see that. He grew up in Buffalo.
Hometown team, I like that.
The team that I don't know why, but the Islanders.
Islanders are in it for every free agent because Lou Lamoriello loves to create attention.
Lou misses out on Goodrow, Panarin. Who else? I mean, he traded away Tavares.
He didn't trade Tavares. Tavares just left.
Yeah. But Kane, at this old and after hip surgery, let Lou do his own thing. And the team that I've rarely heard anything, but I saw it once, the Devils. which I don't know why they even go there. Why they even think of that.
Because they just want to piss off Ranger fans at this point. Ironically,
Look,
the three teams that border the Rangers, the Islanders, the Devils, the Sabres. How ironic.
yeah,
But the team that I think that we got to talk about in terms of, this has now just become a Rangers segment. Yeah, I'm just going to
yeah,
call this NYR off season, because why not? We have plenty of time to do the other topics. But the thing with this is, with terms of Patrick Kane, I see him going to the Colorado Avalanche.
yeah,
Yes, Jackson
yeah.
Deed, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. That was tragic. Lost him at 36 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's up there with Brody Lee now. But like I was saying, Patrick Kane is, dude. Do you remember back in 2022 when he was a trade bait for the Blackhawks, and they were
Yeah.
gonna trade him to like Florida, Colorado. They were in on him, Claude Giroux. They were in on like every top trade target. But the Avalanche went and got Arturi Lehkonen, Josh Manson, and who else did they get? They got Manson,
Hey, but here's
Lehkonen.
the thing though. Here's the thing though. But Manson and Lehkonen helped them get that cup win though. Like
They
Lehkonen
did, but here's my
for
thing though. They were hooked on all these big targets, but then Florida just steals Giroux for them. The Blackhawks say, no, we're not giving up Patrick Kane unless you give me X, Y, Z. And they wanted no part of that, let's be honest. The Avalanche wanted no part. Or our guy would,
Yeah.
he would be a Colorado Avalanche player right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I think a lot of us haven't really focused on yet is the fact that Patrick Kane's on the market. He's either going to go back to Chicago because they just got Bedard. It does make a little bit of sense. Colorado or Buffalo.
They lost.
Those are my three teams.
Taze. I mean, I can see that Jonathan Taze has stepped away. So maybe I don't know if Taze is. I don't know if Taze is getting paid for it. Or wait, wasn't it his last? It was his last year of his contract, right? Though. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It would make sense if Taves retires because Taves is old as dirt. Let's be completely honest here. And he really doesn't have that much going for him. But you got to tell me, give me your thoughts on this whole Artemi Panarin situation.
That's all I can do is, like, we sign him and he becomes the hot topic of New York. Then, slowly but surely, the Rangers start rebuilding, and they get to this point. Now, Panarin was the clutch guy in Columbus, the team that swept Tampa.
I will just say this. I was at Game 4. That was bananas. Absolutely bananas.
The team that swept Tampa, almost the best team in NHL history.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also,
the second best team in NHL history, just behind the disgusting Boston Bruins of last year. Oh my goodness. Just want to say right now, if this show was around back then, we would absolutely light up the Bruins. Light them up. Period. That's just a general topic. That's not a Boston. It's a general topic.
Columbus. When Panarin was the hot topic in Columbus, they were good also with their valuable pieces. Panarin was brought here to be that star power, and now he still is. But the playoff performance last year, oh my gosh, that was awful.
Christ. Him and Mika were just Jesus. It was awful.
Awful. Now,
disgusting.
The way he went about this, I don't know. I mean, the first time I saw a Panarin with no flow,
that made me laugh my ass off. That was hysterical.
Almost a bald head. I saw it and I was just like, what? Like, that looks so weird.
I'm going to be honest, I was laughing the entire time.
It was so awkward to me. But if that's how he wants to change scenery, and maybe the flow is gonna help it. I don't know how that's gonna work, but sure, go for it. Hopefully, hopefully he steps up this year, and I'm excited for hockey season. It's gonna be a great time, great year. It's always a great part of the year with football, and I can't wait. October 16th, home opener will be there. So let's go, boys.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, like, the home opener is gonna be like $400. This
Yeah,
whole
that's true.
Panera thing is.
I mean,
When I saw Panera and with this whole thing of like him getting confiscated by the Russian police, I thought it looked like
oh
something in
yeah,
a goddamn movie.
that too. I forgot.
I thought
about
that was something in a movie. That was hysterical.
I forgot about. Yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, I wondered if he was going to be kicked off the league or kicked off the team or kicked out of the league for that. But I guess nothing's going to happen to him. So I guess we can say that's good. I mean, I don't know why he has been in control, but sure, whatever.
Yeah,
Let
it
him
is
do his
what it
thing.
is. I heard
It
that
is
you're
what it is.
also going to another crazy, crazy game for the Rangers. I heard that I think you're going to the Stadium Series game, if I'm correct, right? Or are you going to MetLife
No,
Stadium?
I have not. I have not gotten tickets for that. I'm trying to go. Tickets are a bunch, but if they're right price, man, it would be a dream. It would be a dream for sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Goody's the one going to the Stadium Series.
Yeah,
So moving
yeah.
on
Shout out
to
Goody's got season tickets, so he got on lock.
yeah. So moving on to our next topic, I feel like we gotta get this out of the way. There is something about changes of scenery that are so significant. Do you remember back when the New York Giants had Dave Gettleman as a general manager?
For sure, definitely.
He was atrocious.
He
That's
was
my
atrocious. I definitely agree. He was atrocious, but now obviously Joe Shane has stepped up in a huge role. But we can't forget that Gettleman has assembled all these guys. He drafted Daniel Jones. He drafted Andrew Thomas. He drafted Saquon Barkley. He drafted all our top pieces. But now Joe Shane has been making some moves. And this morning, news broke, he added another defensive weapon.
And
That
little
could,
did we know it would be a guy that Giants fans wanted Dave Gettleman's head for passing up on. Joe Shane brought Isaiah Simmons to New York.
Isaiah Simmons is a New York Giant. This morning, Adam Schefter tweets that the Giants have acquired Isaiah Simmons from the Arizona Cardinals for a 2024 7th-round pick. That
Cardinals
is
are
all
done. Cardinals are absolutely tanking. They just traded a 5th-rounder for Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, and they traded another O lineman to Houston they traded that and a 7th for a 5th. I'm pretty sure. Well, I guess they're just cleaning house, but great for the Giants. I think he's going to fit perfectly in with Wink Martindale's defense, and it's just another good piece. Obviously, we got Bobby Okereke, Ashawn Robinson bolsters up our D line, and I'm expecting good things from the Giants defense this year. And just like hockey season, I'm so excited for football season also.
Yeah, you should be very excited. A lot of Giant fans should be excited. You want to know
Yeah.
another fan base that's really excited? Jet fans.
Jets fans for sure,
And
yeah.
it's all going to culminate this weekend when you guys play them in a preseason matchup that, honestly, I think a lot of people are looking forward to. Did we cover this last week? Kinda.
A little.
We didn't really go on a full deep dive about it, so you know what? F you and your system. I'm doing it again. Another Giants-Jets preview.
Like we said last week, Aaron Rodgers will be playing. He's going to get the start. Daniel Jones will not be playing. Saquon Barkley probably not playing. But besides that, we're probably going to see the same Giants players that you probably saw in their first home game against the Panthers. So I wish I could watch this game. Unfortunately, I won't. Maybe I'll catch the last bit of it, but I'll definitely be watching the highlights, and I can't wait to see again how the Giants defense does against Rodgers.
Yeah, you guys should be I'm excited for this game too.
Now you said your dad's going with your little bro, right? You said?
Yeah, my little bro, his friend, and my dad are all going. They got club access, so they'll be in that area for this game. I'm happy for them. I mean, ironically,
Yeah.
the same area I saw my Metallica concert got VIP access, but that's a whole other story for another time. But yeah, this is going to be a huge game for the Giants.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a nice, like, just because with the Giants defense, like I said last show, that they're playing some tough teams this year, and if the defense, if they want to go far, it's the defense. People say defense wins championships, and the Giants defense is gonna have to step up big time this year if they want a chance to even make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot for you guys. It's going to be interesting for the Giants and Jets to both make the playoffs. I don't think it's going to happen, but I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, anything is possible in the National Football League.
Yeah.
But now, I think another thing that...
Quick thing about Rodgers, obviously he has a nice nickname, Discount Double Check. No more Discount Double Check. He's in State Farm. That partnership's gone. Done.
That just sucks.
Always those commercials are always a chuckle.
Yeah. They were very funny. Patrick Mahomes commercials got stupid after a while. Because Jake from State
honestly, they all got dumb after a while.
I know it's just getting aggravating at this point. But you want to know something that got me really aggravated? So, as everybody knows, I am a massive college football fan. There were a lot of teams out there that I've considered documentary worthy for an eternity. The 80s Hurricanes, they got theirs with the U. In my opinion, the greatest 30 for 30 of all time. And my dad will tell you because he's a Miami Hurricanes fan. The 2019 LSU Tigers, probably the greatest offense in college football history. The 47-win Oklahoma Sooners. Yes, they won 47 games in a row at one point. The Notre Dame of the 70s. Ohio State of the 2000s, Clemson's dynasty, Alabama's dynasty. But the one that stood out to me the most are the 2000s Florida Gators. I mean, those teams had literally everything. They got my hopes up with this new documentary. It's called Swamp Kings. It is currently on Netflix. It tells the story of the 2005 to 2009 Florida Gators season on and off the field from point of views from guys like Tim Tebow, Urban Meyer, Brandon Seiler, and Brandon Spikes. We thought it was going to be a huge success. Until I looked further into the documentary. And I noticed there were, and by the way, just want to throw this out there, huge shout out to Clutch Points for providing all these fantastic graphics that you see. You guys, they're the best sports website I think I've ever seen. Period. End of story. Cut and dry. But I'm going to dive into this. They barely spoke at all about Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
Which is okay. Yeah. I can understand that. That might be a soft subject.
Yeah.
They didn't show Percy Harvin once. That is absolutely unacceptable. How you got
all they said about Percy Harvin is
his injury.
Yeah, obviously I'm not sure, but when they mentioned his injury and that he was the best, like their most used or like their biggest weapon, that's it. That's all they said about him.
Yeah, I mean, it really sucks at this point because, and by the way, they made Chris Leak look like Josh Dobbs out there. I mean, they really made it seem like that he was the one that was holding Florida back. Now, he was a good quarterback, don't get me wrong, and they didn't even show Cam Newton once, which is also another pain in the ass. But in terms of things that they got right, they mentioned the whole stuff with all the off-field BS. They mentioned the whole thing with Tim Tebow. And Tebow in this show was fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's all be honest here. I think that they did the '06 like preview of the national championship very well. In fact, they said that Ohio and your boys, Ohio State, were gonna wipe the floor with them, and they got Godsmacked 41-14. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. They did a very good job with that.
Another thing I liked about it, obviously, is like when like they kept showing like the players when they were older walking onto the Florida field now, and it's like looking around and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was also pretty cool at the end to see the whole and spoilers ahead. If you haven't watched it, click off right now and come back in like 5 minutes. Spoiler alert: the last scene in the documentary where it showed all of the people, all the guys, Siler, Tebow,
Yeah.
Spikes, all getting together for that one like last barbecue. Where even was that barbecue? I'm trying to remember. Was it in Gainesville or did they like go to someone's house or something?
I have no clue. I personally have no clue.
I don't know either. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the documentary was. I give it like a 6 out of 10.
It was good. It was good, but I don't know why they call it. Okay, they should just call. It should have just been like an Urban Meyer documentary at this point because
they focused way too much on Urban Meyer. Way too much on Urban Meyer.
All it was his point of view, basically, of the whole of the 4 years.
See, and that is something that'll piss me off a ton. That got me angry because I love this Florida Gate. My uncle Mike is a huge Florida Gators fan. He loved this team. He was very disappointed with this show. I'm not disappointed, but I'm not like crazy happy about it. Like it feels like honestly that it was lazy. The 4 parts, though, I think they did very well. They portrayed each season. Season 1 was 2005. Season 2 was 2006. Season 3 was 2000, or episode 3 was 2007, 2008. 2004 was 2008, 2009. And I'm gonna be honest, the Gators absolutely should have won the Natty in 2009.
Yeah.
But they lost to Alabama. They got smacked by Alabama.
Yeah.
In the
they were not ready. They were not ready for sure.
And that was, I believe, the first time that Alabama had won a national championship I'm pretty sure, in the Nick Saban era. I think that was Nick Saban's first season with the University of Alabama. I'm going to fact check this right now. But from the BCS national title game, Texas, Alabama. I believe that was Nick Saban's first ever natty as head coach of Alabama. Because he hasn't been coaching Alabama for that long. Well, he has for a while, but for example. So apparently Saban started 2007 that he became Alabama's head coach. It was in his 3rd season he brought a natty back to Alabama. And I'll be honest, in that SEC championship game, Florida got absolutely gobsmacked. It was awful. It was so bad. It was really frustrating. Hold up, I just want to clear the air right here. We have just hit $1,000 on our donations. Thank you to all that contributed. You're all absolute legends. Thank you very much. Okay, back to what I was saying, though. Back in 2009 at the SEC Championship game. In 2008, these guys were let's be honest, in 2008, they were without Percy Harvin. But somehow, some way, they beat Alabama. And Alabama was undefeated. Alabama was favored to win this game. But then they go on to play Oklahoma. It made it almost seem like that Oklahoma wasn't going to win that game. Yes, Sam Bradford was incredible. And they made it seem like it. But they just pitched about this whole thing. Oh, they're going to win the national championships in Florida. Maybe portray how good that Oklahoma team really was. Because Sam Bradford, damn it, was a top 5 quarterback in college football history. He led statistically the best offense in the history of college football with Oklahoma. That's a true fact, by the way. Confirmed on the show. But other than that, I mean, there wasn't really that much wrong. I think hearing from Sailor and Spikes was really good. I think that, again, the portrayal of Urban Meyer was really good. And
shut up.
Sorry about that, like I was saying. the other thing that I kind of got to point out right now was you remember that game again because you've watched the show, right?
Yeah.
You've seen the Florida Georgia game.
Yeah, it's crazy. Always crazy.
That hit by Brandon Spikes. Oh my
yeah.
god. Oh my
Gosh.
goodness. Without, I don't think you care. I don't think we'll get copyright or anything, but I'm going to show everybody this hit. Because this may have been one of the biggest hits I've ever seen in college football history. So this is 2007. This is Brandon Spikes. He's number 51 on this play. No Sean Marino. Georgia, Florida. Goes up on a little halfback stretch. Boom. And Spikes just absolutely levels him. And he's out here talking all this garbage. Look at this right here. Watch. Boom.
Oh.
Head-on collision. Absolutely dropped him. That's basically what it was. I mean, yeah. And, like, that was another thing that I feel like really propelled this whole Florida-Georgia rivalry. Was because of how good both teams were back in those days. Both teams were really good. Like, let's be honest. SEC football in college football is so much bigger than professional football. Let's just set the record straight right now. But I mean, other than that, I mean, there wasn't really that many bad things with Swamp Kings. Give me your take on it.
Swamp Kings, yeah, like I said, I liked it overall, but too much Urban Meyer. Even though I love Urban Meyer for what he did at Ohio State, too much Urban Meyer. Like, we need more perspectives of the players. Obviously, they couldn't get everyone, but besides what they show, the perspectives of the players, I like this documentary. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I watched all 4 episodes back to back to back for 2 hours. I spent 2 hours of my day watching this show. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I just think that they definitely could have portrayed a lot of things better. But without further ado, that pretty much is all the time we have. That wraps up another episode of the J&J Show with a much better ending.
We're already at episode 7. This is crazy. But thank you guys all for the support that we've been getting.
Oh my god, yeah, you guys are amazing. We just completed our touchdown/extra points, and now we'll be on defense for the next 7 episodes, where hopefully we can make it 14-0 and start blowing the foot off the gas, keeping our foot on the gas pedal till we go up 21-0 on these guys. But as always, thanks for all the support. For me, I'm JJ Seggs. He's Jay Smiles. Good night, everybody. Have a great day. And as always,